Trust your process. Treat it deferred. You are now tuned in. Breathe. Get up. Trust your process. Treat it deferred. You are now tuned in. Breathe. Get up. Trust your process. Treat it deferred. Wake up. Get up. Trust your process. Dream. Deferred.
Yo, what's up? Hope everybody's doing well. I don't know what day of quarantine this is. If you're an essential worker, I don't even know if your days count as being quarantined when you have to leave the house. So, anyways, welcome. If it's your first time listening, this is a podcast. I'm the host. The podcast is called Dream Deferred. This one's called, I think, like Quarantine Things or Brunch, or I don't know. I'm having brunch, though, if that makes a difference, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing right now. And, by myself. So what I got here is some scrambled eggs, French toast, and some turkey bacon. And it's bussin'. You know what I'm saying? It is actually 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I guess it's brunch somewhere, or like brunch is wrapping up in Cali. Regardless, I could care less, honestly. So I'm here at the house today, kind of cleaning, kind of doing my thing. This is the French toast, if you guys are wondering. Me chewing with my mouth closed. Scrambled eggs. Slightly different noise, and you get some turkey bacon. Why we gotta do stuff like the bacon is already maple cured, and then we add maple syrup or whatever syrup you got? I think it's some organic log cabin type joint. But I'm not gonna waste your time with you listening to me eating. Even though, let me tell y'all something crazy just before we get started in anything. I recorded like a whole video today because I've gotten some new gear and whatnot. And if you go right now to Dream Deferred Pod on Instagram, you can see the entire video of the last quote-unquote episode. I guess this technically would be episode 42, but crap. I will upload that audio here at some point so you can hear it. I did say that for a reason. Just talking about different lessons learned. Just kind of a continuation. But what I've been doing in light of having learned such said lessons, and you keep cooking. That's number one. Keep making food that's good, that you like. Using what you got at your house. And save money. I bought someone lunch yesterday from a local place. Not local to where I am, but where they are. And I mean, what else could I do? Like, I don't have anybody down there really like that where I could be like, yo, do the solid for me. Or you pick up this lunch, deliver it, blah, blah, blah. Not really a thing. So, anyways, I ordered it from Grubhub or Postmates. I don't remember which one exactly. But what I do remember is that it cost me I don't know, probably about 3 times as much as what it cost me to just be at this place. Maybe twice. Let's say twice as much. Let's just be fair. Twice as much. But I think it was worth it. I mean, given the odds and given what I was able to do and not able to do. Would I do it again? Possibly. Given the circumstances. Yeah. So. Eat those. Like, do that. Like, if you can, though. Order local. If you can't, try and cook. This is the best time to experiment and fail. One thing we got to work on is portion size. That's with eating. That's with consuming. That's with spending. Focus, time spent on a task. Sometimes our consumption time is just way too long. And we got to work on that. I know I can get stuck here at the computer trying to fix a problem for so long and haven't actually created anything new. So, I guess each time now, my new thing is if I get stuck, I'm going to pull out. I'm going to try again, I don't know if that's what she said. I haven't heard that before, but I can relate if it is what she said. If I had a restaurant or something, would y'all come? Come to the restaurant. Oh my God, y'all are awful. I would definitely come, I think. I don't think I'd be cooking everything, but I'd have the menu and ingredients. And what is also cool is I've got some really dope ass friends that have some just great cooking skills. I'm one of those people that's blessed and highly favored, but so much to the point where you just over rely on that anointing. So like, it's like you thinking, man, I'm out of olive oil, but shit, I'm gonna cook this chicken anyways. Listen, it don't work like that. The anointing is there, like the vessel is there, but you gotta make sure whatever's in that vessel is full. Oh gosh, hallelujah! I gotta dip this bacon in this syrup right now because y'all just got me saying stuff I didn't plan on talking about. But this is time to experiment. But I was saying that to say, I'm the kind of person who just experiments. Sometimes try to troubleshoot, try to fix something using just myself. And like a lot of us, we go through stuff and we don't consult anyone. You don't call your best friend because you want to save face. Because if something happened and comes back around and you and Boo still together, you don't want best friend looking like, that nigga, But we all been that nigga. Excuse my language. I got listeners. We all have been that person that people, have talked about because we did something crazy. And maybe we really didn't do anything crazy. But from their perspective, we did. And really, that's all that matters. To their friends, that's all that matters. They are there for their friend. And that's all you can expect them. They're not there to choose sides. Really good friends are there to hear what you think of the other person's side, which I have found to be extremely helpful. But sometimes you need to consult someone, wisdom, somebody wise, a sage. Shoot, sometimes you need to burn some sage, or incense, or play some calming music. I was saying earlier on my video that the sound wasn't on, that I listened today to Alina Baraz's new album. I love it. Janae Aiko's new album, I believe it's called like Colombo or something. I don't know if she's like Chilean and Colombian. But the point being, it's been on rotation. I want to give kudos to the Dreams album. I love it. I wish I was doing, like when the Dream used to come out, you know what I'm saying? You knew that this meant some good things in college. And I guess I can talk about that as an adult, but between the Dream and Trey Songz, and I heard Trey Songz just released a new project. So that's probably what I'm about to listen to next. Real talk. So back to the cooking, back to quarantine things, back to discovering things that you can do during this time and discover about yourself. Is you have to test things out. You got to try it. Like, I went and bought a rower, and I also bought some handles and a phone mount for my stabilizer, which is a device made to hold my camera and allow it to have basically fluid motions and movements. Ooh, that just sounds good right now. I'm sorry. It shouldn't sound that good, but it does. Fluid motion. Guys, I'm just talking about like peristalsis, like drinking a beverage, like cheers, it's brunch. I'm having a mimosa, which I made. This one is pineapple and some champagne I grabbed up. It's the last of both. So, sorry. I'm going to enjoy that. Little ashes, I had to blow it away. Don't know where it came from, but I'm just saying. So sometimes, though, I need to consult with a friend. I might want to ask what something is. Hey, if you were thinking about doing this, what would you do? I have this idea in my head, but I don't really know how to articulate it well, and I don't know how to make sure it comes to fruition. What should I do? Because I trust your wisdom. I trust your experiences. I trust your know-how. I like what you have done in the past. I know that this is something that you study and that you understand well. What would you do in my situation? Here are the things I have. This is what I'm bringing to the table. So now we're talking something bigger than experimenting, with, we're talking something bigger than experimenting with food, and we're talking about maybe how we approach a situation. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about like how we deal with a loved one. We're talking about like right now I'm also having a problem with Premiere Pro. When I tell you, it makes me want to pull my hair out, which if you have watched the vlog or anything new, some of the newer things I've posted, especially on my main account, Dutchi Danny, that it's going to be really hard for me to pull my hair out. So yeah, it's just moment of transition, and just the energy said, hey, do this. And I'm doing it, and I can say that not because of that, but since that, right? There's a difference since this happened versus because this happened. Because there's a difference between correlation and causation. And I can't say that me cutting my hair caused this, but what I can say is when I cut my hair, these things end up happening. And the goal was for me to get more squared away, more focused, to feel better about myself, to give myself a something I could control, because I felt like a lot of things were slipping out of my control, out of my grasp, and I wanted to bring that around. And cooking is honestly one way you could do that. Doing what you can do with your hair is one way you can do that. Cleaning up your home to the best of your ability is one way you can do that. Like I have a lady that comes and cleans, her and her sister, and I don't hire them because they're absolutely amazing at what they do, but what I can tell you is they're absolutely amazing at bringing in the right spirit, the right energy into my space, which is so important. They clean and declutter the things, and that's what it's like. I can do the sanitizing. They don't, like, when they come for a couple of hours, and so I'm more so paying for the time. But what is most valuable for them, for me, is like clearing off the countertops and stuff, getting my bed looking decent, and just tidying up the room. Because if you're not a nasty person and you've been doing the ongoing maintenance, it shouldn't be too hard for you to whip up a brunch because your dishes are clean and you have, some of the bare minimum things in the refrigerator. And even if it's your last, you got it. You got enough. You have strategized and used your logistical powers as a regular human being to make sure, even if you're using your dope boy algebra, you figured out how many pieces of toast need to be left, how many eggs at a minimum, how many pieces of bacon, and all that good stuff, So that's that. Leaning on what's popular, trying to get more content out there, trying to put out